Alright, we caught the guy early this morning, we brought him in, and he's sitting in the interrogation room right now.
I'll go.
Are you sure that's really not a part of protocol?
Look, Chief, the fucker killed my wife.
We don't know that yet.
I know it was him. Please, just give me an hour.
Fine, I shouldn't, but here's the evidence. Don't lose your cool and get me a confession.
You won't regret this, Chief.
Alright.
State your name for the record.
Cornelius Banks, CEO of Banks Airlines, billionaire.
Yes,
Philanthropist.
Mr. Banks, we got her. But, not to discredit you, you're a big name in this city. Heir to the bank's fortune, spent millions in refurbishing our town. And hell, heard you're even sending people to the moon now. But anyway, we're not here to be blowing up your ego any more than it needs to be. You know why we're here. Cornelius Banks. I'm here to ask you some questions. This woman, look familiar?
Am I supposed to?
Well, this is Sarah Bishop. We'll get back to her later. Lies this location.
I do not.
Well, this is 129 Boulevard Road, where Sarah was found. I like this next one. Recognise this firearm, Mr. Banks?
I do actually, because it's kind of embarrassing really, but this particular firearm is a family heirloom and it's very valuable. Or what you didn't know is that this particular family heirloom was stolen from my vault 2 months ago.
Stolen?
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Banks, remind you, but we are the police.
Yes, but you're the public police. You serve the public, you have to talk to the public, and I didn't really want this getting out. So I hired my own private people. Although, 2 months later, and couldn't find it. Until now, obviously.
Well, funny you say that, Cornelius, because I actually have a witness saying you're at this very location the night Sarah Bishop died.
Witness. Who's your witness?
Can't disclose that information, Mr. Banks.
I understand, but I did my research. Now your witness is Tom Walker. He is a drug addict, bouncing from rehab to rehab, and I can bet that he was high as a kite on that very night. And he could have seen a fox and thought it was someone.
Oh, so you've done your research. And indeed, he was under the influence at the time of questioning.
Thank you. So, all of this evidence is now merely circumstantial. This is a joke. You have no evidence on me, detective.
No, I think we have a lot to prove it's you, Mr. Banks.
You can't prove I didn't do it.
Look, Banks, at the end of the day, I'll get a confession from you.
You've been messing with your ring this entire interrogation. Are you having marital issues, detective? Do you want to talk about it?
My private life is none of your concern, Mr. Banks.
She cheated on you?
Enough!
No. You're cheating her.
Cut the shit, Banks.
No. You miss her. Why? What was her name again?
Sarah Bishop.
And I've just realised you didn't say your name to the recording. I realise that is inadmissible in court, detective. State your name for the record, detective.
Nick Bishop.
I see. The husband. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, Nick Bishop, but I can't help you because I didn't do it.
I know it was you, Banks. Tell me.
Even if I did, you couldn't do anything about it. I own this city. I do. Because even if I say I did kill her, you can't do shit.
She was fucking pregnant!
Get him out of there!
I'll fucking kill him! I'll kill him!
More on the controversial murder of Sarah Bishop. Cornelius Banks, the billionaire CEO of Banks Airlines, was arrested last month on suspicion of murder of Sarah Bishop and her unborn child. He was found innocent with all the evidence seemingly disappeared. Mr. Banks had this to say on release.
Mr. Banks, over here. Do you have any comments to make on the Sarah Bishop case?
I do actually.
Please refrain from asking my client any more questions. Mr. Banks has no further comments.